It is a Friday evening. You are sitting in your living room, looking at a quiet phone. You scroll through your texts, realizing you haven't made a new, close friend in years. If making friends feels impossible now, let me tell you, it's not because you became awkward. It's not because you're unlikable. And it's not because everyone suddenly turned shallow. The truth is simpler and more unsettling. The environment that creates friendship has collapsed. Most people don't fail at friendship because they lack personality. They fail because they lack infrastructure. And once you see that, you stop blaming yourself or other people for a problem that was never purely personal. To understand why you are so isolated, you have to look at a sociological concept developed by Oldenburg called the third place. Your first place is your home, the private space where you rest. Your second place is your workplace, the highly structured space where you produce and perform. The third place used to be everything else: the local diner, the neighborhood park, the mall, the library, the community center, and crucially, a functional third place had two defining traits. It was a physical location, and you did not have to spend money to justify your right to exist there. It was the arena of low-stakes, repeated, unplanned interaction. This is where proximity friendships were built. You became friends with people simply because you both repeatedly occupied the same neutral space. But for adults today, the third place has been almost entirely eradicated. Public spaces have been heavily commodified. To exist anywhere outside your house or your office now requires a transaction. You are either buying a $6 coffee, paying for a premium fitness class, or you're expected to leave. When we lost the physical third place, we lost the architecture of casual connection. Without a neutral, low-pressure space to simply exist alongside other people, friendship stopped being a natural byproduct of your day. When you remove the third place from society, you fundamentally alter the mechanics of human connection. Friendship stops being a natural byproduct of your day and transforms into an administrative task. Think about what it takes to see a friend right now. You have to text back and forth, to align two exhausted adult schedules. You have to secure a reservation 3 weeks in advance. You have to commute, find parking, and spend $50 on a dinner you barely have the energy to eat. We have replaced casual existence with high-effort event planning. For anyone who already carries a heavy mental load, this administrative burden is paralyzing. So, when you cancel, or when you fail to reach out, it is rarely because you don't care. You are simply avoiding the cognitive friction required to organize the interaction. By the time the weekend arrives, the thought of executing a perfectly planned social event doesn't feel like relief. Factually, it just feels like a second job. Because the administrative burden of seeing a friend in person is so high, we inevitably default to the path of least resistance: digital connection. We know more information about our friends' daily lives than any generation in human history. We know what they ate for lunch, where they went on vacation, what their living room looks like. Yet, we have never felt more disconnected. Factually, this is because your brain's social tracking system is very easy to hack. When you watch a friend's 15-second Instagram story, your brain receives a microdose of dopamine. Your subconscious registers that input and checks a biological box. I have seen a member of my tribe today. I am safe. And that microdose removes the biological urgency to actually pick up the phone and call them. It pacifies your loneliness just enough to keep you on the couch. But it does absolutely nothing to regulate your nervous system. We have entirely confused surveillance with connection. Watching someone live their life through a screen is not friendship, it is data collection. And data will never cure isolation. If you want to rebuild your community, the solution is not to force yourself to attend loud networking events, and it is certainly not to host an elaborate, exhausting dinner party. The solution is to radically lower the stakes of connection. You have to manually recreate the third place in your own life by removing the pressure of performance. Stop scheduling high-effort catch-ups and start inviting people into the mundane. Text a friend and ask them to run boring errands with you. Invite someone over to sit on your couch and co-work in absolute silence. Tell them your house is messy, you're in sweatpants, and they don't need to entertain you. This is the adult equivalent of parallel play. It is the profound relief of shared, low-energy existence. You do not need to be on to be worthy of friendship. True community isn't a high-stakes event you have to perfectly schedule and execute. It is simply a quiet space you are willing to share.